So guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are keeping safe, staying away, from going out. Difficult times at the minute. 30,000 people almost in the UK have died. Horrible times here in UK. I don't know what they're gonna do. They're gonna review the lockdown. I don't know whether they're gonna ease it, but another 700 people died today in the UK. It's ridiculous times here. Very, very scary times. Very, very scary. But let's move on and talk about boxing. Guys, I've had some of you come at me and say that you think that Naseem Hamed would knock out Amir Khan. Absurd. Absurd. Or one of you. But guys, listen, you know what? A lot of you accuse me of being a fanboy. And I find it funny because the amount of times I've criticized Amir Khan in his career is unbelievable. But yet you still call me a fanboy. Or not all of you. I think most of you, 95% of you know that I give an honest take, right? But there's a few of you that just like to troll just for the sake of it. But I like to make videos and come back at you. But here's what I'm gonna say, right? Naseem Hamed was a featherweight. Amir Khan was a light welterweight. Amir Khan beat world champions at light welterweight. Naseem Hamed was a featherweight. Do you really think Naseem Hamed, who was probably 5'4", right? Amir Khan, who was 5'8", 9", whatever he was, right, would have been knocked out against Naseem Hamed? Because if you do, then I'm sorry, your boxing knowledge is very, very limited. Very, very limited. And you're just probably, to be honest, a lot of fans that hate on Amir Khan are just Amir Khan haters. They're just Amir Khan haters that just hate on him for the sake of hating. But if you think a featherweight would knock out a light welterweight, who was not just any old light welterweight, who at one point was the best light welterweight in the world, and not just that, a unified light welterweight. Amir Khan was a unified light welterweight champion. And you think a featherweight who was fighting at 126 would knock out because he was a big puncher at featherweight, right? Listen, I have a lot of love for Naseem Hamed. Naseem Hamed was somebody that I got in. The first boxer I ever knew was Naseem Hamed. That's the first fighter I ever knew because I used to play a Naseem Hamed boxing game. Right? And that's how I got to know about Naseem Hamed. And I thought Naseem Hamed was the greatest thing since sliced bread. I thought he was greater than Ali. Because I didn't know who Ali was at that point when I was very young. Right? And I thought Naseem Hamed was the greatest boxer ever. It's only when I started studying the game and I got more into it. I still thought when I was a little older, Naseem Hamed was the best. It's only when I started looking into it and then I started becoming a hardcore boxing fan, I realized, looking down Naseem Hamed's resume and thinking, whoa, his resume is a bit weak. It's a bit thin. There's not many people there. And I was like, and in America, Naseem Hamed's not very highly rated, He's not very highly rated. Even here in the UK now, he's not that highly rated. He was don't get me wrong, he was a showman and he was an exciting style, great fighter, but his resume was weak. Let's be real, his resume was weak. The two fighters that he fought against were Kevin Kelly and Marco Antonio Barrera. Those were the two standout names, and Kelly put him down 3 times. Don't get me wrong, he showed a lot of heart and won the fight, but Barrera schooled him. That was an embarrassing loss. And especially when Amir Khan years later went and battered Barrera and destroyed him, right? Right? Naseem Hamed punches so hard, but he couldn't knock out Barrera, yet Khan knocked him out in 6 rounds. Won every second of every single round. Because I know what you guys are going to say. You're going to say Barrera was washed up. Yeah, but it wasn't a close fight. It wasn't like Barrera put Khan down or Khan was struggling in that fight. Khan just walked through him like a knife through butter. He walked straight through him. It was like a humiliation for Barrera. He battered him every second of every round. And Barrera battered Naseem Hamed. He battered him. The problem is that I have with that Naseem Hamed fight with Barrera is that Naseem afterwards said that he struggled to make weight and he was, he wasn't at it. The problem is that's the best guy you fought in your career. When you look years later, the best opponent Naseem Hamed fought was Marco Antonio Barrera, and he got beat quite comfortably. So it's hard to you're looking, even though Naseem Hamed looks like he made excuses, the problem is he was the best guy you fought. And you didn't fight, you didn't have a thick resume. You fought good world champions in your division, but the world champions that you fought in your division, there was not much there. There's many guys that said that about Naseem Hamed, that, yeah, but he didn't really fight. And when you start studying it, and a lot of people, thing is, Naseem Hamed's loved by a lot of people. That's why when we talk about him, you think, oh, this guy was great. But actually, that's because a lot of people don't really know. They just look at him as a showman and look at things that he used to do and how stylish he was. But why didn't those things work up against Barrera? He was doing exactly the same things that he would do against the other opponents that he was doing with Barrera. But why didn't it work? It didn't work because Barrera was a lot better. So I'm saying this to you, if Barrera was able to do that to Naseem Hamed, what would a 140-pounder Khan, who was so much bigger than Naseem Hamed, who was probably quicker than Naseem Hamed, hand speed wise, right? And do you think Naseem Hamed's power would have knocked Khan out at light welterweight? Just because you think Khan can't take a punch, right? Who did he not take a punch from, though? He got knocked out to Prescott, who at the time was 20 fights, 18 knockouts. Danny Garcia. Do you think Naseem Hamed would have beaten Danny Garcia at 140? Do you think, do you think Naseem Hamed, well, let's not even talk about Canelo or Crawford because that's just stupid. But do you see where I'm coming from this, guys? Like, to even think that Naseem Hamed could knock out Amir Khan, who fights at 140, right? Who won world championships at 140, right? Just imagine Marcus Maidana against Naseem Hamed. It would be slaughter. He'd get killed. He'd get destroyed. There's weight classes in boxing for a reason, Just to think, because Amir Khan's got a dodgy chin, right? That's what you people say. Some of you people say that. Yeah, fair enough. He has been hit and hurt quite a few times. He's not got the greatest chin in the world. We know that, but a featherweight. Naseem Hamed's not going to trouble him. He's a featherweight. Khan's 5'8", 5'8", 5'9", whatever he is. Naseem, 5'4", 5'3". I think he's small. And look at the size of him. He's a small guy. Like I said, it's absurd to say that Naseem Hamed will knock out Amir Khan. And listen, I'm not taking any sides. I'm just saying the truth. I don't think Amir Khan will beat someone like Miguel Cotto. Cotto was a good boxer, good strong puncher, but he'd beat Naseem Hamed. Naseem Hamed's a featherweight, for God's sake. But again, some people just hate on Khan so much that they just think he would lose to anybody. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. See you guys in the next video.
I want to thank you all for me reaching 7,000 subs. I appreciate your support. Guys, as you can probably see from my channel art, I have recently started Patreon and Blogger. If you were to click on this icon here, it will take you to my Patreon page. And I just want to take you through my Patreon page. So at the minute, I've got 2 options. Hopefully, I will increase this if my Patreon grows. But at the minute, I've got one option, which is $1 a month fan donation, which will obviously help me produce better quality content on YouTube and faster for you guys. And I've got another option of $3 a month for 2 live streams a week discussing boxing with myself. You guys will get to speak to me face to face. And I'll take you to my boxing blog. So if you were to click on this B sign here, it will take you to my boxing blogs, which is this page here. And all you have to do is click on here, and that will take you to my boxing blogs where you can see all my different articles that I've wrote. So as you can see, I've wrote 6 articles about different topics. So if you want to click on one of my articles, all you got to do is click on this, and it will take you straight to the article, and you can read it, and you can then go back and read the others if you would like. But yeah, guys, I thought I'd just highlight this to you. So make sure to read my articles. Make sure to subscribe to my Patreon if you're interested. And guys, I thank you for your support. I thank you for me reaching 7,000 subs. Guys, I'm out.